the finals. Gonna have to mulligan this one. This one we get to keep, though. So Unbridled Growth is presumably going to search for our future lands. We'll see. Probably Scry. Yeah, we'll keep the land on top. That way we can not have to use the Unbridled Growth for a little while. Potentially still setting up for our Revolt spells. I definitely want to play a lot more. Does Ninth Bridge Patrol affect permanence? Now I forgot. I feel like it is, right? Pretty sure it is. So Artisan 3-mana 3/3 is what we'll play it as. We don't really have a ton of value for servos other than crewing a Untethered Express or whatever. Okay. Alright. Well, I mean, it also makes our Rishkar's expertise rather better. So let's just get the Artisan online, get a nice 3/3 going, and pass. Alright, Frontline Rebel. Yeah, I'll warden it. I don't have to. Alright, so I can crack Growth, do Herbalist plus Warden, attack for 3. My thinking is I'm going to be drawing off expertise anyway, so playing the Warden's not a big deal. I think that's probably a safe assumption. So let's crack this. Well, I think, honestly, the chances that because we still needed the 5th land for the cavalry, and the chances are, actually, I feel like fairly high that we're going to be able to trade. Or I might even be willing to throw something away. Yeah, alright, so we play the Herbalist. And that's presuming we draw our 5th land. If we do draw our 5th and 6th land, though, drawing 6 cards off expertise should just about wrap her up. So I'm playing the Warden, getting rid of the Rebel, even though it has to attack, just so I can clear the way and get in and have a board full of goodies. Now, granted, our opponent could just play a 4/4 or something, but if I draw the 5th land, I'm willing to throw my Herbalist away to get a 6/6 trample. And it might even be something that has to trade with Artisan too, which would also be fine. Okay, Aether Seer, totally not a big deal. Unfortunately, it does allow my opponent to eat our Warden, but we'll see if we have to do that. Oh, well, now it doesn't. So let's play Implement. We're going to buff our Warden. Draw. Losing another Revolt trigger, but there you go. There you have it. Now we're perfect. So we attack with everything, play the map, and pass. Next turn we get our 6/6, and then Rishkar's expertise on the way, my friends. Larger than life, geez. Is there a double strike attack or something? No play? Well, that's good news. All right. Crack the map. Get our land. Might as well play it. We'll swing. We can play the cavalry post-combat. Okay, so they're going to eat our warden. Play the cavalry. They can't wrangle our cavalry either, which is nice. They can hijack. Wouldn't be lethal, but it'd be close. I guess I should have presumed Ornamental Courage if my opponent's attacking with an Aether Seer. Yeah, that probably would have been a safe assumption. And, I mean, let's be honest, it didn't even end up doing anything. I guess they could have the removal here or the trick, but we'll have to allow it. Okay, so they're going to kill our dude, but they lose their dude. So, Rishkar's expertise, unfortunately not going to be as cool as we wanted it to be, but that's alright. So let's play our land. Let's draw 3 instead of 6. And they have to block here, so I guess that means we can do Express. So opponent's got the big tricks here, which tells me they can go really far over the top. Right? They've got Rampage and Larger Than Life that they're playing, so I have to presume that means they're going for some super high impact damage. Okay, they dealt with our Express. They have a blocker for our other dude now, but we're still pretty good. So what can we do with 7 mana? I guess we can play Outrider plus Chief. And we don't have to attack with Herbalist into a Gremlin, so let's not do that because we actually have removal spells. I guess here it actually makes sense to make the Servo, doesn't it? Because of the Chief. Okay, so now they have 2 creatures, but we have 4 attackers, so they're still dead. Alright. Timely Cavalry, especially with 7 mana. So get in there. Alright, so we get game 1. Like I said, they're playing green-red, go over top with damage. It's like Invigorated Rampage and Larger Than Life. We can pay attention for Ornamental Courage in the future. Aether Seer is really good with both of these cards, actually. Release the Gremlins is pretty good against us. We have a fair amount of artifacts. So, could spell a little bit of trouble. Decommission... Did we see? I feel like all the stuff was just tricks and non-artifact and enchantment beef, so probably don't need that. Our removal is going to be worse against their deck because combat tricks tend to play, like, our type of removal is sorcery speed enchantment based, instead of instant stuff, so we can't even like really respond to combat tricks well, which definitely could spell problems, but I don't think there's much we can do about it, so we'll just have to leave it as is and try again. Yeah, it's acceptable. I guess we play the... What do we play first, actually? I don't even know. Do I want the Exhibition or the Bandar? The choices are real. Well, that was a good draw. Okay, Bandar of their own. No problem. I think we'll play the Servo Exhibition, because I'm willing to trade my Exhibition for a trick. I don't need them. They're good with my Chief of the Foundry, which I don't have right now. So I'm willing to put a couple Servos in front of a Bandar and let him Invigorated Rampage or whatever. Or even Ornamental Courage. Basically, I'm willing to trade my spell for a spell here. Alright, that needs to get caught in some brights, I think. But then again, I kind of want to wait, don't I, until he moves tokens over to it. That actually makes sense. So we're just going to play a Bandar here. Definitely want him to move stuff over. Moving both would be ideal. Okay, just the one is still fine. Our opponent's going to dish some damage out to us, and they're going to get to rummage, but I think it was worth it to get rid of that token. And there was the chance that my opponent put both on, maybe for a Revolt trigger or something. Alright, that's a big bummer, but it would have happened even if I cast Caught in the Bright, so we'll live with it. No loot. That's even more worrisome. Okay, Foundry Inspector, but now we're just going to deal with this guy. And pass. Guess I could have attacked there, actually. Okay, Sailback is going to be a problem because of the big tricks we know our opponent's got, but I guess I have to be willing to double block it if I need to. So, Aether Seer makes better use of mana. I can force them to attack with the Bandar so they can't make this a 6/5. Yeah. But even if they do, I can triple block it and it's doing the same thing. So, do we want the Aether Seer or the Foundry Inspector here? Guess Aether Seer makes better use of mana. So we'll pass. See if they move the counter. They don't. So we might just have to crack the Unbridled Growth next turn. I know we're trying to build towards a cavalry, but we already know what our opponent's game plan is. It's just attach a bunch of damage to Lathnu Sailback, whether it be Invigorated Rampage or Larger Than Life. So, Tusker. Alright, that spells courage, doesn't it? I can't afford to take 6 is the problem, can I? I mean, if they have the courage, they have the courage. I think I have to triple block here. Like, think about it. How do I play around courage? I don't have a means now that they have the double fatty. So I think I got to do it like this. Alright, it turns out they didn't. So that's fine too. We really want to draw cavalry. We're going to crack the growth here. We got an outrider. It's not bad. It's kind of hoping for a little bit better. But it's not bad. So we'll go Herbalist, Outrider, pass. We're not going to be able to stop the 7 power guy, though, are we? No. No, we're not. We're just not. Well, we'll put the counter on anyway. We'll see if they move both counters to the Tusker. They don't, interestingly. Brawler's obviously very strong. Untethered Express is extremely strong, so our opponent's board is about 30 to 50,000 times better than ours right now. Well, that was a good draw. Okay. Alright, so we got to deal with the Untethered Express for obvious reasons. And I guess depending on how they attack here, we'll get the rest figured out. So they threw away a Night Market Guard. So maybe we do want the decommission now. Untethered Express, Night Market Guard. Is that it though? Yeah, it's pretty bad news bears for us, but what can you do? Just attacking with that. So I can build to last. My Inspector and block with the Outrider, lose my Outrider, keep my Inspector. Still seems really bad, but this does have to be dealt with, doesn't it? No cards left in my opponent's hand. Otherwise, next turn this attacks is a 6/6, which I won't be able to deal with build to last. So I think we do have to double block. I'm not thrilled about this. So, getting 2 for 1. Well, I guess it's kind of 2 for 2 because of the larger than life, but we're still in a lot of trouble. Got our own, I guess. That's good. Not sure what we're going to do against the Tusker. Kind of presume I have to do a bad block on this Brawler, too. Well, that's interesting. Alright. Well, we're going to double block the Tusker with the Herbalist and the Express. See what they drew. All right. I mean, it's a good trade for us. All right. Bad news for us there. All right. Bummer way to go out, but what can you do? Well, oh wait, we don't even get to draw cards, do we? All right. All right. So lost that one, bummer. Hopefully we can get it in game 3 here. We've been, I feel like we've been battling with our mana base pretty intensely all 3 of these matches, so kind of needed to deliver for me here and just give me a really nice distribution. But we'll see. We will see. So anything different still? No, I mean, I could do the decommission. Deals with Untethered Express. It deals with a Night Market Guard, and I think that's all we've seen, right? I mean, dealing with Express is nice. We don't have a lot of other ways to deal with it. All right. Convince myself. We'll drop a growth. Let's do it. Yeah. Good hand. Very good hand. Get to go Dragster into Artisan. Dragster actually is cool for Revolt too, right? You crew, you attack, you get your second velocity counter, you draw 2, and then you play a Revolt card. That's actually pretty slick. Did our opponent mull to 5 in that last game too? I feel like they did, but maybe they didn't. I might be wrong. Probably thinking about some other match. Okay. No play from them. Very good. So let's play the Dragster. If they have to release the Gremlins, so be it. They do not. All right, got the 4th land, which is nice, but we'll go Artisan. And I think we are going to make it a 3/3. The 1/1, well, I see the dilemma. I could have actually just played the Express there and then next turn attacked with both. But now I can attack with Dragster next turn and get my Cavalry. Yeah, that's pretty good. So this saves it. Well, maybe we do want the servo. guess we are. All right, get our velocity counter on. Pass here. Aether Chaser, sure. So now they have to attack with the Rebel. We're looking fabulous now. All right, so we go activate. Swing. Draw 2, get our land, play a cavalry and pass. So we know they have multiple combat tricks, right? Like Invigorated Rampage. So the question is, do I want to... I really want to draw with this rich card's Expertise. I feel like if I draw 6 cards, it's so good. I think I'm just going to take 3 this turn. Like, my opponent would have to 2-for-1 themselves, but I'd rather draw 6 and play something big because Expertise Eagle, can you imagine how absurd that would be? Just even Eagle next turn is good. This will kind of prove if they have the Invigorated Rampage too. Actually, I forgot already. Is Rampage attackers only at least? No, it's any creature. Jeez. All right. So if he leaves up 2 mana, pretty good chance he's got the Rampage. All right. So it looks like they have the Rampage. It's still fine. We're gonna be able to do the Eagle at worst. Okay. Yeah, I think we do Eagle here. So now we just have to sort of, wisely block here. So we are going to block the... I just wanted to make sure I got 1 attack with the cavalry. I wanted the chance of drawing a land to play the Expertise and draw 6. Now that we can't do it, we are going to block. Okay. That's fine. Okay. So we can play the Warden to get rid of the Chaser, but we don't need to do that. Although, we know that they're just running combat tricks. You know what? I am going to play Warden. We're not even going to give them the opportunity to go to town with combat tricks. It's not even worth it. We're just going to Warden now. Get rid of their guy. Get him for 4. Take him to 1, so everything's lethal. We know that they're running Larger Than Life. We know that they're running Invigorated Rampage, so if you leave them with no creatures, it's got to be a good way to deal with those potential threats. All right, so we ended up going 2-1. I did think our deck was great. By the way, the round that we lost was super close too, so I think this deck was very good. Like I said, this deck wasn't lacking anything, right? Because we had the beef, we had the card advantage, we had the removal. So the only thing maybe lacking is not enough 2-drops, which is, I mean, if you're Alex Stephenson like I am, that is a big problem because I love low curve decks. So I don't think this deck had any major shortcomings. It certainly had the beef, the removal, the card draw, and the enablers, the synergy. So it had all the components. It's just we lost round 1. And the deck was good. Basically, oh yeah, we lost to the 3/5 vehicle lifelinker. That thing just wrecked our day. So that card is extremely strong. And I can't wait to get a chance to play with that myself. So hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you soon, folks.